Tell Black people what is at stake in these November midterms.
First thing I want anybody Black who's listening is, what do you care about? So when you say, I care about education, I care about voting rights, I care about civil rights, I care about, so now I need you to sit down and go with a sheet of paper. Okay, this is what I care about. And I want you to put Democrat, I want you to put GOP, I want you to put a line between. Now I want you to put a check mark next to each one of those things you care about and which party or which candidate agrees with you on those issues. Now, if the Republican candidate agrees with you on majority of your issues, that's who you should vote for. But the Democratic candidate agrees with you on majority of your issues, that's who you should vote for. Now, somebody might be saying, well, my vote don't matter. Sherry Beasley, who's now running for the North Carolina United States Senate, she ran for the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, North Carolina, 2020. Lost by 400 votes. 400. I guarantee you there were at least 40,000+ African Americans who were eligible, but who never voted. Democrats could have had a 6-1 majority on the North Carolina State Supreme Court. Now it's 4-3. They could have took it over. Wisconsin, Republicans have been controlling that state through gerrymandering. They control the Wisconsin State Supreme Court. You can flip it. So let's just do numbers. So let's say there are 500,000 Black people who are eligible in a city to vote. Let's say 300,000 of the 500,000 are registered to vote. Let's say 50% of the 300,000 actually vote. That's 150,000. Somebody's going to go, that's awesome. 50% of eligible Black voters voted. But that's 150,000 out of 500. That means 350,000 didn't. Biden-Harris wins Georgia by 11,000 votes. Obama wins North Carolina in 2008 by 14,100 votes. If 350,000 Black people in a state who are eligible but don't even vote, and 150 did, let's just say 100,000 of those Black 350,000 actually voted. We can completely control elections. So now we're talking about contracts, opportunities for Black-owned businesses, curriculum, all the things that we say we care about. We now control the politics. And so somebody goes, yeah, but man, they talk about trying us get us vote Democrat. They ain't done this. Well, have they not done it? Because after the election, we didn't stay on their ass for them to do it. Because see, the election is the end of one process, the beginning of another. So now I'm going, okay, if you in fraternity or sorority, what did the king say? Those four groups: Negro Church, Negro Press, fraternity and sororities, professional business organizations. Now, how are we mobilizing and organizing our institutions? Not put pressure on them. Do what you said. Do what you said. Do what you said. See, all these brothers are hollering, tangible. We want tangibles. Let me be very clear. A campaign promise is not a tangible. It's a campaign promise. The person has to first get elected to have an impact on your tangible. Then after they are elected, you got to make sure that they are voting and pushing for your tangible. But it's not just them. If you got 9 school board members, you can't get your tangible if one votes with you. You need 5 votes. You can't get your tangible unless you get 218 votes in the United States House. But then you got the Senate. So we've got to sit down and go, yes, I'm pissed, I'm frustrated that we didn't get the For the People Act and the George Floyd Justice Act and the John Lewis Act, and we didn't get this, we didn't get that, because you need the votes. But what you don't do is check out of a process, say nothing, do nothing, and then go, we ain't get what we want. So then somebody says, well, if we don't get this here, we ain't gonna vote. You're guaranteed not to get whatever it is that you want. You are absolutely guaranteed. And if the person who's running don't agree with you on nothing, it's assured you're not gonna get nothing. But you know who will? The folk on their side. The
Yeah.
folk on their side who voted, who showed up.
Because they show up no matter what. Like they
There
don't
you
even
go.
care. They just like, okay, we want the power. We want somebody
And
who's
and
aligned.
they gonna put the personal stuff aside right now. These folks are saying, damn Herschel paying for the abortion. Dana Lash said, we want power. Give us the seat. Y'all, they ain't saying that. They ain't saying that for nothing. It's the power.
It's because
You
they
better
understand the
understand
bigger
that.
game. So you said something very important in everything you said. It's like I have these conversations all the time. The people are like, "Well, I'm withholding my vote." I was like, "How did?" I asked them this in earnest. How does it get you closer? The whole point is it doesn't. So putting that aside for a moment, I will say. So let me ask you this: you said brothers are always like, "I want tangibles. I want tangibles." Underlining the brothers part. Of course, we know the majority of black men still vote Democrat. And I'm not saying that they have to, but just
They're the second largest voting bloc of voters behind black women on the Democrat side.
on the Democrat side. However, yet what we see though is a bit more frustration,
Yes.
disengagement. I hear many of them talk about where's the black male agenda? Why are they not paying attention to black men? So are we engaging black male voters
No.
enough?
No,
Okay.
we're
So
not. No, we're not.
how does that happen? How do we do
Well,
that?
first and foremost, you got to actually talk to black men. You got to actually see. Folk can't be mad about see what they did was here's what happened. So in 2012, there was a 9-point gap between black men and black women for Obama Romney. Everybody kept talking about it was misogyny with Hillary. No, you got to go back to 2012. So now you got to say, hold up. If there was a 9-point gap between black men and black women for Obama and Romney, why? Because there were black men who felt Obama didn't do enough, that he was not articulating their concerns. That's when it started. 9 points. You go to 2016, now it's 13 points. You go to 2020, now it's 16, 18. Why? Because there's frustration. And there are people who will say, hey, if you talking to my pocketbook, I know black men who have businesses, cash businesses, who are like, yo, them tax policies help me out. They don't give a damn about nothing else. Now, somebody might say, I don't know how you can do that, because there are white people who are Republicans who
They
said,
do it all the time.
I don't give a damn about Trump's stuff with women or whatever. He supports the military. I'm down with it. There are single issue voters. Okay? They exist, which means that DNC, DSCC, DCCC, which basically being run by these largely white Democratic strategists, they control the money, and that's part of the problem. I know for a fact right now, it's black people who are working on campaigns in battleground states who are having to deal with white Democratic strategists who control the money. You got to deal with that as well. My book, White Fear, ain't about just conservatives. It's also about white progressives and liberals who don't want to get the power up. So they have to understand it's not, oh, we gonna get the lion's share. No. Terrence, my man, Hit Strategies. His data shows that down ballot Republican candidates benefited from Trump peeling off an increasing number of black male voters. So if you're a Democrat and your two largest constituencies are black women and black men, you better tend your garden. But what they've done is they've allowed the weeds to grow and go, yeah, we still good. No. Because you're not going to be good if I peel off here. That is where they're losing. And they got to listen. I'm telling you right now, it's some black men who coming for these democratic institutions when this election is over. I know this for a fact. And they're going to put them on blast. And I would advise the DNC, DCCC, DSCC, Democratic Governors Association, and these white-led PACs, these climate people, the reproductive people, to understand y'all are screwing up, because when you let a door open, you don't know how wide that door opens. And it's harder to bring them back in than it is to retain them. Folk want attention paid to them. And that means resources, that means messaging. And they have utterly failed. I say it after 2020, y'all better have a black male initiative the day after the election, and they have failed to do so. And now all of a sudden they're concerned because they're seeing softness in Florida, in Georgia, in North Carolina. They can't blame nobody but themselves because we, as I say, hashtag, we tried to tell you.